Hey, it's me AP. In this video, I'm going to talk about video rental store nostalgia. So, video rental store nostalgia. What am I talking about here? I want to talk about just my memories of video stores, video shops, what we call them in the UK, and just talk about my memories of them and sort of like the downfall of them and what my memories of all this is, what happened. So, first of all, I want to talk about my memories of my local video shop. And we had a few local video shops where I am in England, in the UK. And for me, I had one called Crowwood Video. And it was basically a shop at the front where they just like a normal corner sort of shop. You know, they sell sugar, tea, your basic things. But then in the back, they had this like back room, the back door, and you go into this room, and then it'd be this big rectangular room, white walls all around, and then it should be video on every single wall, video to video each wall. This big rectangular room, bright lights as well. I always remember it, like really bright lights going down, and it would be awesome. You know, it would be right by my school, and this is, you know, I'm a 90s kid. It would be after school usually. The video shop was right outside my school. We probably on like a Friday night or something, maybe we'd go to the video shop and we'd just rent out a movie, and it would be like, I think it was like something like £1 or something each movie we rented out, and it was cool. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience. We had a Blockbuster by us, but we never went to Blockbuster. It was always more expensive compared to the local video shop. As I said, we had another local video shop, but I don't really have as many fond memories of going there. It was always this Crowwood Video that I always remember going to. But yeah, the memories are great. It was awesome just going, that experience of a kid. You know, you're going around, you're looking at all these movies. You know, we had VHS at home. We had videos at home. We had a video collection. It's not like we didn't have a collection, but it was just cool because, I mean, you go in and there'd be a lot of movies that you didn't have. A lot of different choice compared to the collection at home, I'd find. And then you get your newer releases, what were being put out, you know, like the newest video releases as well. And it was just a good experience as a kid. And just, I suppose it's hard to describe to someone who's not experienced a video shop now, who's not been brought up in that video shop era, what it was like going to a video shop. And it was just awesome. You know, you pick out your tape, you'd have the covers there, you just take the cover to the counter, then they get it out, the video, they put it into the case, and we'd say something like Crowd Video on or whatever, and then you'd take it home. You'd have like a night or 2 night rental or whatever it was. It was good. It was a great experience, and you know, I always have fond memories of the video shop, and I've always, when I go past there now, because it's no longer a video shop anymore, it's like, I think it's like a chemist or a betting shop or something like that now. It's always cool. I always just have them fond memories of going in as a child. The nostalgia just hits, and you know, it's nice having the memories of going into the video shops and having that video rental experience as a kid. So why do I think people have that nostalgia and miss video shops? So I can only really speak about my own account of video shops and how do I feel about them. I think for me, I miss them in the sense of that experience of going round. And I think a lot of people have the same experience as me and the same feelings as me. I think it's just going around the video shop and even not necessarily taking a movie every time. Just, I mean, a lot of the time we would even just go around there just to check out what movies were available, and we wouldn't necessarily always rent a movie. We would just always sometimes just go and just check out the releases, and it'd just be sort of that occasion where you just go around and be like, oh, look at this movie, and I think that's what people miss more so. It's that sort of like the physical media aspect where you can go around, that physical experience compared to that digital experience of like Netflix. Just going around and seeing the tapes and be able to, like, you know, turn the tape around and have a look at what the story would be and see who's in the movie, see what the cover art is like. I think that is what people miss, and I think that's what I would say I miss from rental stores, that looking round. And it was the same, I mean, as I said, I didn't go Blockbuster. We didn't rent from Blockbuster, but I have memories of going to Blockbuster. And it would be the same where we'd be like I'd look at like video games, because again, Blockbuster had the video games and videos. So I'd be like looking at the video games, what were available. And I suppose it's a similar experience now, what you go in shops. But even, I don't know, I think on reflection, it's just the availability. They'd have like older games or unknown ones. And it was the same with the VHS tapes, the movies what are available. It was always just something I'd never heard of sometimes. That was the uniqueness of it, just seeing something that you'd not heard of. And I think that's why I and many people who of the same age or whatever age it may be, miss video rental stores. So when did I stop renting movies at video shops? I was thinking about this earlier today before I was making this video, and I think for me, it was sort of between buying DVDs. And I think the reason we stopped renting movies was because videos were on the way out. I think videos started becoming a lot cheaper. Same way we see DVDs, they become cheaper and cheaper, more accessible, and then, I mean, same way with DVDs, you have Blu-rays and then 4Ks, videos, DVDs were coming in, and I think slowly we just started getting rid of our own video collection, and then I think just suddenly we just stopped going the video shop. I think for me, I moved to my high school when I was like 10, or obviously 10 or 11, but I think it probably was around that time when DVDs were starting to come in as well. And it was just a slow, just not even slow, it was probably just like this quick transition of like, where we stopped buying videos and we stopped renting videos, we started getting rid of videos, and then we started buying DVDs. And it probably was just a really quick transition. And I think everyone just knew videos were going to be no more, even though we all enjoyed videos. DVDs were just more convenient and they were better quality. And, you know, that just seen the death of videos. And I don't even remember having DVDs in my rental shop. So I think it was literally I don't remember. Maybe they did, because Blockbuster had DVDs for a bit. Maybe my local one had DVDs for a bit, but I'm not too sure. But for us, it was just a quick transition of like, we started just getting rid of videos, getting DVDs, and that was it. The idea of going to a video rental store was over for us as a family. So can you compare video rental stores, video shops, to streaming services and video on demand? And I suppose you can. You know, it's a different experience. Definitely a different experience. You know, you're not having that physical media experience, but, you know, Netflix, let's just say Netflix. Netflix is the modern day video shop. For younger kids who don't know what a video shop is, basically, you're looking at one. Netflix is a video shop. You go in there, you rent, you're paying your fee for the month, but you can just rent a movie out. You can watch a movie, and it's the same with video on demand. Like Amazon, you buy a movie or you rent a movie. It's the same environment, it's just a digital environment instead of a physical environment. And I obviously, again, you can go on Amazon and you can search for horror movies, whereas you could go into a video shop and look at the horror section. So I suppose there is comparisons, and maybe you could say that having a digital database of hundreds and thousands of movies is better than having a shelf full of, say, 20 or 30 movies. So maybe the digital experience is better. And I suppose looking at it nowadays, you know, it's convenience as well. Because, I mean, if you didn't live locally to a video shop, it would be a case of you'd have to walk miles to your nearest one, or you'd have to drive there, or get a parent to drive you there. Whereas now you have Netflix, you have video on demand, you can do it straight away within your home, you can do it on your home, on your TV, on your phone, or whatever device you're watching movies on. So it is convenience, the convenience factor. They are comparable, I suppose. As I said, it's the physical versus digital aspect of the argument here. And I suppose we're never going to get video shops back, realistically. So Netflix and all the other video on demand services are what we have, the memories, and it's the video shops in a way of the future. So, could we ever see a resurgence of some form of video-like rental store? And I think the answer is no. I think definitely no at this moment in time, because, I mean, everything is digital. Shops in general are shutting down. I mean, Amazon is destroying a lot of shops. I say destroying, it's just the way of the world. The world is moving into a more digital world every year as we go on, because it's just more convenience and it is more logical for shops to just go digital. And I don't see, even for the nostalgia factor, the idea of opening in some form of DVD or video shop, because physical media in general is, I mean, it is not dying. I wouldn't say physical media is dying as such, but it is decreasing. It's decreasing and it's becoming less and less. And, you know, movie releases will probably get to that point where big movie releases will just go full on digital. And you will get companies that will always issue DVDs and 4Ks, and there will always be physical media in some form, I think, in my opinion. But the idea of opening a shop where you rent movies out, I just don't see it being a viable business idea for any company. And I'm sure companies would argue that I'm wrong, and I'm sure there are companies out there who are doing that. But to do that on a large scale, rather than be a small niche company, I can't see it ever being a resurgence. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe physical media and DVDs and movies become a massive hit over the next 5-10 years. But I don't see it. I see Netflix, video on demand, just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And digital just becomes bigger and bigger, and it just takes over. And it'll just be the same way VHS got taken over by DVDs. DVDs got taken over by Blu-rays. Blu-rays getting phased out by 4Ks, so on and so on. 4Ks is just going to get taken out by digital probably. And that's just the way. It's sad that we're never probably going to see a resurgence of video rental shops, and it's sad that, you know, kids nowadays don't even know what we're talking about when we talk about rental shops probably. But it is just the way of the times. I mean, I'll be honest, I've never played a vinyl record in my life. I wouldn't know how to play a vinyl record. I'm a CD guy. It was CDs, but now I've phased out and went digital with CDs. It's just the way things go. And am I sad about it? Not really. Do I feel like I missed out on vinyl? Not really. And I suppose a kid nowadays would probably say the same for video rental shops. We can have our nostalgia, and it's nice to have that nostalgia. And I think the nostalgia will never leave us, which is great. I'll always have my memories of the local video shop, and I'll always have the memories of going in there and picking out a video. And them memories will never be taken away from me. And that's important. That is the most important thing. You've had that experience and you remember that experience, and it's always with you, and that is the most important thing, I think. So I've always got my memories of the video rental store. Let me know your thoughts of video rental stores. And I must say, thank you very much for watching this video. Please do give it a like. Please do subscribe to the channel as well if you enjoy the video content I make. Thanks for watching.